going. Next up, we have Ensis.
Yes, I knew I would be suffering too. Good Lord. Hello, everybody. Thank you all for having me back here. You can hear me, right?
Yes.
Good, okay. I sense that a refrain we're going to be hearing a lot tonight is, I don't have time to explain everything. So let me start by saying that. Although my show is only 50 episodes and 1 movie long, and then there's some other stuff, some fan fiction that got a big budget, and we're not going to talk about that. But I'm here to talk about Gundam Wing. Okay. First, a little about me. Slide number 1, if you please. Yes, here we go. So this is me. This is what I do. Like media critique as like learning how to write and write cool stuff. You can find me right there at the LinkedIn. I'm a painter and artist, all that stuff. Anyway, but this is a show that's very personal to me, and that's why it's so exciting for me to come up here. A lot of this is my personal read. We're going to talk about Gundam Wing. Gundam Wing is it's a touchstone series and a landmark franchise. Gundam shows have always been a little bit gay. Sometimes in the later years they've been a lot gay. And I don't have time to explain everything. This is like a 3-hour documentary that I wanted to make. But first, I think we need to talk about it. Gundam Wing. It's a giant robot show, okay? We need to talk a little bit, just a tiny bit, about robots and transhumanism. A robot, and I've read a little bit of journal articles from scholarly sources. The giant robot mecha genre is about robots, an auxiliary body that can be upgraded and swapped and is way cooler than your body, trust me. It can bring the end of one era and usher in the beginning of a new era. I nod my hat to a fellow Evangelion fan out there in the crowd. I know you're not the only Eva fan out here. Yes, thank you, of course. Another one. That's a whole other evening. Okay. Speaking of voice training, I've got bronchitis, so I hope you'll forgive me if I'm
a little bit down here or something. Why do you want to kill me, Joker?
No. All right, so you all know I'm a crazy person. Does this look like something a crazy person does? We're trying a new system tonight. It's not working. But we're gonna go ahead and start with the bottom line in an homage to one of my favorite documentarians, Tim Rogers. God, it just won't stick to the table. The bottom line is that Gundam Wing explores how violence and compassion might be used to reach the same goal. And I should have said this beforehand, but the main character, Heero Yuy, in my mind, is non-binary. Partly because I'm non-binary, and when I saw this person on TV for the first time, I was like, oh, it's me. And partly because we're going to talk a little bit about it here. But compassion is an antidote to violence. And this is a war story. I hate to break it to you guys, but queer people are at war. We inherited this war. We didn't start it, and we didn't choose to fight it. But every day you go to sleep as yourself, you are still fighting. We will win because while they take breaks to post on social media and bitch about wokeness, we are always us, no matter what we do. We don't stop fighting because our fight is living. And we keep getting born to you, sick straight bastards. Present company excluded. If you're here, just like hang onto the elbow of your cis friend in the coming, the elbow of your queer friend in the coming war, when we finally rise up and grind our straight overlords under our heel. Oh God, I'm recording this for you. It's gonna be on Fox News. Canada's like, so I told you. All right. Yes. Let's borrow a trend. No, stop. No, we're here to build things. We're here to make things. That's why I make media. That's why I'm recording this, because our culture has been erased. We are here to prove that we exist and to share our culture with other people, because nothing feels as good as being seen and feeling seen. Please show slide number 2. So, first question question, is it gay? Short answer, yes. I rest my case. These two, there's nothing you can say that won't convince me they are in love with each other. Look at that. Look at this guy. He has a kid, but a lot of gay guys do. Roses are heavily gay-coded in anime. Her. We don't have time to talk about her. She's great. Also, look at the costumes. Look at what they're wearing. It's very, very gay. Okay, let's go on to our next slide, please. Now we're going to do a little bit of a deep dive on these two deuteragonists. There are a lot of characters in Gundam Wing. A lot of characters in Gundam Wing. There's so many characters in Gundam Wing, they don't even give them names. They're all just numbers in different languages. Past like these two. So on this side, you will see Relena Peacecraft, secret princess scion of an entirely pacifist nation, a girl with a crown. And on this side, we've got Heero Yuy. Yes, his name is Heero. It's a little on the nose. But he doesn't really act very heroic. He has been trained. I'm going to call him he. I believe this character is non-binary. I'm going to call him he because the show does in the English dub. I just don't want to have to think about it too much. Yes, you have me on record. Fox News pronouns are hard. All right, I want to cite my esteemed colleague Grobman because the first time I came here, you were doing 51st Dates. And you mentioned about Sean Astin's character, about how a tank top and bike shorts is a baby queer uniform. Exhibit B. This is what he wears most of the time. But he does get dressed up in costumes and outfits and disguises. So he, a AMAB with a gun, has been trained from toddlerhood as an assassin. He knows he's fighting a war, a freedom fighter. He knows there's only two ways for him to get out of this war. Number one, he can win it by killing enough people, or number two, he can die. And he never misses a chance to try to die, but he's not very good at it. So these two, very early on in the show, cross paths by chance, and she sees his face in a situation associated with terrorism. And he is like, oh, did you see me? Holy crap. He tries to kill himself, it doesn't work. Then at their first formal meeting where he has infiltrated her school, he says, hey, just so you know, I'm going to kill you. I have to kill you. He has to kill her for his mission to succeed, his mission to win the war and bring peace so that he can stop being a child soldier. So, we are going to roll one of his murder attempts. Let's roll clip number 1, please. I swear this was in English when I put it on there.
何をしてるんだ俺は。こいつは死んでくれた方がいいはずなのに。動きが止まった。なぜだ。何？ガンダムがどれ
リアンの娘をかばっているだと。
間違いありません。あれはターゲットのエリーナ・ドーリアンです。
あの娘、ガンダムのパイロットと何か関係があるのか。
なぜだ。
So, as we can see, there's clearly some tension between these two. And again, I don't have enough time to debunk everything I would like to, but I know a lot of you are thinking, aren't they just straight? No. Number one, he's non-binary, so they couldn't be straight. Number two, the closest they ever get in like a movie and 50 episodes is a hug and a chat. These two have limerence. They are gravitating around each other because each sees something in the other that they are envious of, that they wish that they had. Relina is envious of the fact that Heero can jump into his giant, literally non-binary robot body and immediately make world leaders listen to him and cower in fear. Relina, the secret princess, has a crown and gets people to listen to her without shooting them. And Heero is like, why do I have to keep killing people? Can't I just die on a mission and be all done soldiering? We're going to talk a little bit more about that in our next clip, if you please. Oh, this is a flashback from the movie about Heero getting trained. Subtitles in it. Hey, what are you doing? Are you just like running around? Oh. Just running around having fun. Oh, no, there we go. She's been lost since the day he was born. She's not lost, she's taking the dog for a while. Fun of a show.
ガンダムを大量殺戮の道具にするつもりか。
これは戦争なのだ。一般人の犠牲などさまつなことだ。いいか、奴の訓練をすぐにやり直せ。優しさなどという人間らしい感情は我々の兵器に必要ない。
無論だ。しかし地球人類を葬ってヒーローユイが喜ぶとでも思っているのか。
1,000-yard stare. Yes. Again, well, this clip doesn't quite speak for itself, but queer people are queer from the time they're very young, and they start fighting this war by the time they can walk and talk. We are asked to do things that are really hard that children shouldn't have to do, just like our main character here. No stranger to that. And here's where Heero's journey is different. There's a lot of boy characters in this show. Heero's is the only one that they really explore this kind of tearing the violence versus compassion thing in there. When Heero kills girls, or tries to, he's trying to kill that feminine part of himself that he just can't get rid of. I know a lot of AMAB trans femme folks having that thought to themselves, doing something violent, and think after getting emasculated and thinking, what's wrong with me? Why can't I do it? Why can't I just get rid of that thing that everybody hates about me? And then he is here, shown in this clip, literally having the adults in his life talk around him about how we do not need an assassin who feels compassion, okay? You gotta get rid of that shit. Our society presents AMAB people, assigned male at birth, in case you're, for the like one cis dude at the back of the room. Oh, hello, good. You get to talk to the cops when they come. Goodness, where was I? I gotta stop shooting off the cuff. Yeah, AMABs. Offers AMABs a devil's deal. Eliminate your compassion, and you get to win cash and prizes, and sometimes even own people. It's the compassion that is the antidote to violence which is, glorified in our society, not just physical or blowing stuff up, but like verbal violence, just like taking somebody and moving them somewhere else. That's a violation. And in exchanging this part of themselves, like they get rewarded, and so you're conditioned to do it. But it's not so easy, because if this is how trans femmes out there, you're real, you're valid, because if you were just rewarded for being violent and you weren't you'd be fine. You'd be a boy. You'd be like, oh, good, I punched somebody and I went, all right, I guess I can do that. We have that inner conflict that we cannot extinguish, even though we're rewarded, even though the pressure stops. There's more pressure coming from within. Anyway, there's a lot more to say about this show. I kind of got to move on right now. But anyway, Heero Yuy is non-binary. That's why we focus so much on the tension, the cognitive dissonance of I want to help people, and also I have to kill people. I do want to give a special footnote to the villain of the movie, who is a perfect foil for both Heero and Relina. This is, she's a little girl who is going to be the ruler of the world and has an army. She's been trained, she's been groomed from a young age, and she wears a crown just like Relina. But she is still innocent enough to be like, yay, stuff's blowing up, I love this. What are consequences? Anyway, if you like the show, watch the movie, because the movie is really good, and Heero once again has to make that decision for himself. I have to stop talking. I'll be here for 3 hours. Thank you all.
For Ensis! You can hear me out here, yeah?
Not quite.
No? Okay.
Bottom of the...
This one now? No.
It's okay, I'll translate. Can you hear him?
I just screamed real loud. We did it. Okay. So many robots, so much destruction.
Oh, yeah.
What drew you to it originally?
Well, it came on after Dragon Ball Z. Like, if you were there in the 2000s.
Okay.
I was like, show about robots after Dragon Ball Z? I got nowhere to be.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
Okay, so you just stuck around.
Yeah, Dragon Ball Z is over. I'm still sad. What am I going to do next?
Okay.
Gundam Wing.
But it's less like physical in terms of the hand-on-hand action of the martial arts.
Yeah, the arts here are robotic arts. They're
Yes.
blowing each other up from. There's a little bit of like sword play, and sometimes they like punch each other dramatically. Like,
Yeah.
Why are you being a bitch? But yeah, no. The meat of the show is you're there to watch robots explode each other with missiles and stuff.
Okay, totally fair.
Yeah.
I think I'm a little bit older. Robotech was my version of this. Okay, good. Same age, love
NECA
that.
shows are always in season.
But Voltron also reminds me a lot of this, with the princess that like wants to like roll with the boys. And,
I love the remake on Netflix.
yeah, for reals. Also, like as I was watching that Heero, like if they made a movie of it, who would you cast as Heero? I'm gonna put mine in. It's Mae Martin.
It's who?
That's who I was like thinking of immediately.
Oh, good.
Wouldn't that be great?
If you had asked me like in 2000, well, like, you know why I can't think of anybody? Because I would cast me.
Nice.
This
Okay.
40-year-old American trans person is perfectly set up to play a 15-year-old Japanese teenager. Because I'm non-binary.
You did it perfectly. Good.
accepted.
All right, give it up one more time to everybody for Ensis. And jumping off the stage, fantastic. All right, are you having fun, everybody? Are we having a good time? We're learning things. Whether you've seen all of these movies or not, or these shows or these manga, I'm so excited that we get the opportunity to continue to expand our horizons.